Within our local towns of Avon and Vale, we have banned the use of plastic bags in grocery stores as a protocol to lessen plastic consumption. Now, as we adapt and find that we're all surviving our trips to the grocery store without the need for plastic grocery bags, this trend can only continue to improve and expand. Now, 8 states within the U.S. have banned plastic bags completely. Many other states have implemented the ban into multiple towns or counties within their state. And as the plastic bag bans continue to occur beyond just towns and counties, the statewide bans will lead as an example for other states to follow to eventually turn bagless grocery stores into a new and common way of life. This will help to avoid the problem that these bags are causing towards our environment, our wildlife, and introduce a more sustainable alternative to grocery shopping, which is something that every human needs to do. With that being said, plastic grocery bags should be banned in the state of Colorado. A plastic grocery bag is made out of a plastic called polyethylene. This is a material that is produced using either petroleum or natural gas, both non-renewable and unsustainable resources. Not only does producing the bag have an impact on our environment, but the afterlife of the bag does as well. Waste Management provided statistics stating that only 1% of plastic bags are returned for recycling. Now, while the bag itself can be recycled through very specific recycling programs, usually implemented by grocery stores, it is not something that can be recycled into the typical single stream, so it ends up in the landfill. The question then becomes, is it the bag or the human that is the problem? You can eliminate bags, but you can't eliminate humans. So, in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, a large vortex exists called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Now, this is the largest collection of trash in the water anywhere on our planet, and it is an area where litter and garbage in the ocean accumulates and stays trapped within the vortex, which then, in turn, continues to just break down and turn into even more and more smaller pieces of trash. According to National Geographic, microplastics make up 94% of an estimated 1.8 trillion pieces of plastic within that patch and vortex. Now, this is pollution to our environment, but even more directly impacted by this pollution is the animals. Whether it be land or marine animals, they are harmed by the pollution of plastic bags. The breakdown of a plastic bag involves a process that could take 500 years or more, according to the Center of Biological Diversity. In addition, in 2009, discoveries were made by researchers from Nihon University in Chiba, Japan, stating that plastic in warm ocean water can degrade in as little as a year. Now, that sounds like great news, very opposing to the previous stated fact. However, this just means that it's turning into smaller plastic particles like what they're finding in the vortex, like what this sample of water shows, and carries harmful gases to wildlife due to the plastic material that the bag is made from. So essentially, marine life is either eating it or breathing it in. It's important then to have an alternative implemented when taking away a commonplace item from the population. According to Colorado legislation reports, 12 towns in the state of Colorado have now approved the ban of plastic bans, 2 of those being within our county. So with experience and insight that the elimination of plastic bags is doable, we then need to kind of dig deeper into how these bagless towns are making it work and what a sustainable option and alternative is to eliminating plastic bags. Here in our county, we're beginning to see the introduction of reusable canvas or fabric bags everywhere. I know personally I have accumulated about 10 of them on top of my fridge and 10 of them in the back of my car. They are seen at grocery stores throughout not only the state and the county, but the country as well, and are pretty much sold for 99 cents everywhere. These bags serve as an alternative to plastic grocery bags and can be reused hundreds and millions of times. In addition, some clothing stores, such as maybe Lululemon, Free People, and a lot of actually just local shops will provide like takeaway canvas or materialized bags upon your purchase. So those bags are then perfect to reuse and make into your new grocery bags. In addition, there's no shortage of companies and businesses and organizations that are selling reusable grocery bags, titled specifically that, but you can use anything that's reusable to do this. Now, I know that they do require a bit of memorization and preparation, and this has been viewed as definitely a downside of implementing the banning of plastic bags. However, anything that involves change is going to take some getting used to. It can be pretty easy and quite likely to forget your reusable bags, or perhaps say an unexpected trip occurs and you don't have your grocery bags. In our county, we have seen, and I think it's also required, that grocery stores provide a paper bag option for those who don't have their own bags to put groceries in. And here, at least at 10 cents a bag, it can be an affordable option, an accessible option for those who either don't have access to a bag or when you're in a scenario where you didn't bring yours. Now, at the same time, that 10 cents a bag can also be a great initiative to remember to bring your own bags because on large shopping trips, that 10 cents will certainly add up. Now, while carefully considering all walks of life, a reusable grocery bag is not something that's unobtainable by anyone. Once everyone has their hand on an alternative option that can be reused for every trip to the store, we can then work on making it a habit. If you kind of think about an example of seatbelts, how they weren't even in cars initially, and now it's just habitual that we put them on. In fact, it's a law. I hope to see banning plastic bags to become something that's just so habitual that it becomes not a problem. I know the problem with waste on this earth has kind of reached a point of no return, but there are still chances for us to take preventative measures. We have experienced this firsthand, what it's like to ban plastic bags, and it serves as gratification that we're doing something to contribute to the health of our planet. From the beginning of a plastic life's bag all the way to the end, it is carrying environmental baggage along with it. So when you're thinking about your grocery list or your next trip to the store, make sure you have your reusable bags with you.